Then slideshow. So we're on. We're on. Right. Good evening, everyone. My name's Alan Fitzgerald. I'm a Diamond Associate with ASEA, and tonight is my privilege to share Expert in the House. So, my story with ASEA is I come from the country. I was born at an early age, and all my life I was with my father. I was on horses, machinery, fencing, just on a property, having a great time. I never went to school. I did primary correspondence, which is a little bit like School of the Air, but only 60 years ago. And Mum taught me, so I only did it when I wanted to, which wasn't often. And I just had a great life. And I wanted my children to have the same sort of life. So as when I got married, my wife and I bought a property. And on the left is my my oldest daughter. She was only young then, of course. And then the other one is my three daughters. But unfortunately, drought and high interest rates drove us off the land, and we finished up in Toowoomba. So my redox experience is I improved joint discomfort, improved by 100% in a very short time, and our income and lifestyle has changed dramatically. So I'll come back to that in a moment. So before we start, ASEA and Renew 28 are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or medical condition. They simply empower the body to heal naturally the way it was meant to. Cells are the basis of our health. Tonight you'll hear about a product that significantly increases the communication cells in our cells and between our cells, which improves cell damage, detection, cell repair, and cell replacement. ASEA simply helps the body heal itself. Introducing ASEA Redox, 10 to 15 years ahead of its time, cutting-edge technology, a new category of science. Your doctor may not know about it. It's not taught in medical schools. Less than 1% of the population in the world know about it, and it was once thought to be impossible. Now meet my friend Julie. She had a lot of abnormal cells removed before this treatment and a weak immune system after this treatment. And she had a lot of sun damage here, and she had some major health challenges. Just unbelievable. You think, how did this woman even live? And over a period of time, now it's important to realise that some of these things don't happen overnight. Julie's been using the product for nearly 4 years now, and she's got to a stage where her bone density is increasing. Every illness starts with a cell. We live and die at the cellular level. When our cells are healthy, we are healthy. If our cells aren't healthy, we are not healthy. Redox signaling molecules are made in every cell in our body, every second of the day, and they're essential to life. They're involved in every major body system and function. There's over 100 trillion cells in the body. There's 300 billion cells replaced every day, and 300 million cells die every minute. And this is a human cell. In the human cell, it's got something called a mitochondria, which is like a little power plant. And there's quadrillions of chemical processes take place in our body every second. So all of our cells contain salt water, which is why it's used in an IV drip in hospitals. Now in those cells, as I said a minute ago, our cells contain a mitochondria. Some cells have got several mitochondria, some cells have got thousands of mitochondria, and those mitochondria convert food into energy, and that's called the Krebs cycle for anyone who understands science. And a byproduct of that conversion of food into energy is where they produce the redox signaling molecules. Science has discovered that these molecules are responsible for protecting healthy cells and detecting, repairing, and replacing damaged cells. Our bodies know how to heal themselves. They just need the material and labour to do it. The materials are food and supplements, proteins, carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. And the labour is directed by the redox signaling molecules. ASEA's patented three-step process to make them outside the body replicate exactly what's in the body. The step one is the salt water, the same as found inside your cells. Step two, the salt water is broken down into free-floating atoms. And step three is restructured into stabilised redox signaling molecules. Now, there are two types of stress that cause illnesses: oxidative stress and inflammatory stress. They are also part of the body's healing process, but they cause illness when they're not controlled, and redox molecules control this process. So on the left, failure of your immune system to activate antioxidants, that's oxidative stress. And diseases that come from that are hypertension, heart disease, Alzheimer's, macular degeneration, osteoarthritis, stroke, obesity, and diabetes type 2. And on the right, inflammatory stress is failure of your immune system to detect, repair, and replace damaged cells. And conditions that come because of inflammatory stress are asthma, allergies, bowel issues, thyroid, hormonal imbalance, autoimmune disorders, cancer, and skin issues. Now, redox biochemistry is one of the fastest growing areas of science in the world. There's over 1,200 books on redox biochemistry has been published, and thousands of studies on redox signaling published in scientific and medical journals. This is PubMed. You can Google PubMed if you want to. It's the US National Library of Medicine. And just put in redox signaling molecules. And if you want to put a condition in there, and all the research on that condition will be listed there. So this is not something that ASEA has invented. This is what actually happens in our body. The redox breakthrough, after nearly 2 decades of research and millions of dollars of studies and safety studies, a team of scientists led by an atomic medical physicist, Dr. Gary Samuelson, achieved the impossible. They stabilize the redox signaling molecules outside the body so that we can supplement with them. Before we talk about what ASEA is, let's talk about what it's not. It's not vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, exotic juices, alkaline water, energy drink, steroid, or medication. ASEA Redox is a cell signaling supplement. It improves cell communication inside cells and between cells, activates antioxidants, improves gene signaling in genetic pathways. It simply helps your body heal itself. Imagine your body is a house on fire. If you have a strong cell signal, you can call the fire brigade, but if the signal is weak, the house burns down. The redox molecules in ASEA are the missing link. Redox signaling declines with age. When we're little, we make them in abundance, and they decrease with age, and we don't heal as we get older. So science says that we lose about 10% of our ability to produce redox molecules each decade from puberty. So if we have 100 trillion cells in our body, by the time we're 50 years old, close to half of our 100 trillion cells can't protect or repair themselves. But what if we're making even less today? Stress, environmental factors, lack of nutrition, and this here. Does this look familiar to anyone? The cellular healing process becomes slow and sluggish. Imagine this. Age 50, 50% of healthy cells. Age 60, 40% of healthy cells. Age 70, 30% healthy cells. Age 80, 20% of healthy cells. That's why people who are older take longer to heal, if they heal at all. Have you ever known anyone that does all the right things and just can't get well? You can eat a perfect diet and take many great supplements and even medications, but they won't make a difference to trillions of your cells, depending on your age, unless you have enough redox molecules. Why aren't we getting better today? Pharmaceutical drugs generally treat symptoms. Balanced redox molecules help your body deal with root causes. And if you don't fix the root cause, it will usually come back. Bodies break down. Why? As we age, our body stops responding to instructions from the genes. Redox signaling molecules play a huge part in gene signaling. Charette Laboratories conducted a genetic study proving that taking ASEA increased cell signaling to 5 important genetic pathways. The signaling increased by 20 to 31%, activates the immune system, reduces inflammation, activates vascular health and reducing heart disease, increase enzyme production and improves gut health, activates hormone pathways. And the gene study results that a group of people, the average age that were on the ASEA was 35. As you see the blue, the 100% of the people got a result, 20 to 31% positive gene expression, and 100% of the people that were on the placebo didn't see any difference at all. So EGR1 influences 15 additional genetic pathways, and serotonin, feel-good hormone, and helps with addiction and anxiety. Circadian rhythm, that's your sleep patterns. Thyroid stimulating hormone and insulin signaling. And NRF2 pathway is your oxidant health. Oxidative stress is the #1 health risk factor today. NRF2 is critical for production and activation of your body's master antioxidants, glutathione and superoxide dismutase. A ASEA Redox study showed 500 to 800% increase in production and activation of glutathione, shown to help behavioural issues. ASEA Redox supplement scientifically proven to regulate that feel-good hormone serotonin, reduce anxiety, regulate a healthy sleep cycle, reduce inflammation, signal healthy insulin production, support thyroid function, regulate hormone reception, lowers LDL cholesterol, improve enzyme production and gut health, increase the production and efficiency of antioxidants by over 500%, increase endurance, increase metabolism, decreases our disease risk factors by reducing oxidative stress, maintain vascular health and arterial elasticity, has zero toxicity no matter how much is taken, proven to be 100% safe for all people of all ages. Now, what the experts are saying, Anne-Louise Gittleman is the First Lady of Nutrition, has written over 30 books. She says, ASEA, in my humble estimation, is the greatest advance in lifestyle medicine, which harnesses the power of your own body to keep you well. And Dr. Gary Samuelson, the atomic medical physicist, said this technology has the potential to spearhead the greatest advances in health that we have ever seen. ASEA is scientifically validated bioagelytics to contain active, stable redox molecules. And bioagelytics provides services and research to most of the top pharmaceutical and biotech companies in America. And their business is built on credibility. If they were found to be saying that there was something in a particular container that's not there, their business would be gone overnight because they've lost credibility. ASEA is the only place in the world where you can get these two exclusive breakthrough products. And the cellular health is the Redox from the inside out, and the Renew 28 is cellular health from the outside in. It's 100% safe, non-toxic, not natural, it's native. The Renew 28, the most advanced anti-aging skincare therapy ever brought to market, simple, safe, proven, affordable and effective. Cellular health from the outside in. The Renew 28 intensive Redox serum, Redox Signaling Molecules for the skin. There's also a cleanser and a moisturiser. Now, healing challenges may get worse a little bit for a start, but that's part of the healing process. So if that happens, speak to the person who's referred this to you. Renew 28 is validated by science, 23% decrease in wrinkle depth, 23% increase in skin smoothness, 20% improvement in elasticity, visible reduction in redness and irritation, 16% faster skin cell renewal, and 50% increase in skin blood flow when used over several days. So that's a big one. If you've got increase in your skin blood flow, you've got healthier skin. And many people report benefits from applying Renew 28 to areas of joint and muscle comfort 3 times in 5 minutes. Now, seeing is believing. You can see these pictures of people before on the top row and after on the bottom row. And this is blood flow, circulation, and fine lines, wrinkles. Here, it's pretty easy to see them. Do you think this lady feels better about herself? And this is an older person on the left at the start, a week later. On the right, 3 weeks later. Once again, another lady with skin issues. An older person here after 4 weeks. Vascular health, veins. Ladies know what this is. And this is cellulite. I'd never even heard of cellulite before I started doing this. It doesn't have to be older people. This is a younger man here, or younger boy, teenager. How do you think he feels? The power of long-term use. On the left, in the middle, 2 months later. On the right, 5 months later. So some people take longer than others. If it can do that to the outside, imagine what it can do on the inside. So meet my friend Derek. Derek was diagnosed with abnormal cells in his urethra, which spread to his bladder and prostate. He was only given one choice by the doctors to remove the organs. Derek chose to try a high dose of ASEA for 6 months first. He is now free of his issue and still has all his organs. And Derek and his lovely wife Denise and I are catching up for coffee on Friday. So that'll be great. Now this is another friend, Danny Doyle, had a serious illness, and after conventional treatment, he was told there was no hope for his recovery. You can guess what it is on the left. He's lost all his hair. He was introduced to ASEA. He is now completely free of his health challenge. ASEA Redox supplement, significant impact for athletes, increased endurance and strength, recover quicker, repair faster, mental stamina, and increased VO2 max. Top left is Cody Miller, won 2 medals at the Rio Games a couple of years ago, a gold medal and a bronze medal. And the bottom right is Eddie Hall, the strongest man in the world, lifted 500 kilos about 12 months ago. I don't know why you'd want to do that. And there's also a video called the ASEA Genesis. My suggestion is that you ask the person who referred you here to watch that. It's a brilliant video. And just to give you an overview of what happens here is Vertus Norton was a former CEO of strategic development for Kraft Food, and his son Tyler Norton, he was successful in the financial industry. They were both very well respected in the corporate world in the US, and they bought a company that was liquidated, and they stabilized the molecules, and they started with a group of 40 people of relations, family and friends and neighbours, etc. And over a period of time, over that 40 people over 2.5 months grew to 135. And pardon me. And a pharmaceutical company made them a massive offer of money, and there were certain conditions attached to that offer. And Vertus and Tyler didn't like those conditions, so they said no to the massive offer of money and yes to the people. And that's why this business is referred this way. It's a word of mouth model, which is the best form of advertising anyhow. And the ASEA success story is profitable since the first year, own their own manufacturing facility, many distribution centres, shipping to over 30 countries, year-on-year growth. And ASEA's mission is to better people's lives and be a force for good in the world, to be the #1 cellular health company in the world. So let's answer some questions that you may have. ASEA is gluten-free, vegan, non-GMO, contains no harsh chemicals, totally non-toxic, unused molecules revert back to salt water. It's better than natural, it's native to the body. It cannot hurt you no matter how much you have. You cannot be allergic to it. It can increase your cell's uptake of medication. It does not interfere or interact with any drug or treatment. It is not a banned substance for athletes. There's only 125 meg in 120 ml of ASEA. It can taste different to different people. It can taste different on different days. It can have a slight chlorine taste, and it can be refrigerated. The results, it's always a good idea to allow time. About 1% of people will see a difference very quickly. Most people will see a difference in 90 days, and some people can take longer. Commit to at least 3 months. How much ASEA should I take? Every case of ASEA includes 60 ml plastic measuring cup. The maintenance dose is 60 ml twice a day, 5 to 10 minutes before or after food. If you have a specific concern, talk to the people who, pardon me, talk to the person who invited you to learn about ASEA. They will get an answer for you. ASEA will help you create the optimal preventative environment in your body, help your body at the most foundational level, your cells, help your body fight any battles that may be raging somewhere in your body. It will help you feel better, sleep better, look better, add years to your life and life to your years. May you never know what you are preventing. And it would be remiss of me not to share with you how you have the opportunity to share ASEA with some others. Breakthroughs create opportunities. Imagine having the single greatest breakthrough in wellness, anti-aging, athletic and skincare. No competition, no copycat. Less than 1% of the population know about it. And here's our growth curve since 2009. Now we're in 2019. The company's been going for nearly 10 years, and we're on the up and up. And here's some key things to know about ASEA. ASEA has reached 100 million US in annual sales. ASEA's goal for 2018 was 100 million US, and this was reached in October. Global sales are up 50% over 2017. Global enrolments are up 53.2%. Global auto ships are up 40%. ASEA is continuing to execute strategies to support massive growth going into 2019. Once in history timing, we are post-risk and pre-momentum. We're on the growth curve. And so where would you see yourself? You might be a consumer, you might just want to use the product, but I can assure you once you use it and see what it does for you, you will talk to people anyhow, but you don't have to. Or you might like to be a part-time builder. You might like to earn yourself an extra 500 to 1,000 a month or 500 to 1,000 a week. Or you might like to be a full-time builder, earning 10,000 a month or 10,000 a week and beyond. There is absolutely nothing like making a living while making a difference. So we're all at the start of something big with great purpose, and right now is the moment that we begin influencing the future. we can change the world. So Bertus Norton is the founder, said that. So for more information, please get back to the person who invited you to this presentation. If you want to get verification, you can visit pubmed.gov or the redoxdoc.com or amazingmolecules.com. Okay, right, yeah. So before I started this, I played football in the bush, had horses fall on me, had cattle kick me in the legs, and I got to a stage at about 60 where if I got down on the floor, I struggled to get up off the floor. And I got on this product, and after 10 days, my knees didn't hurt and still don't. So that's been an amazing product testimony for me. But personally and financially, before I became involved with this, the only time I'd ever been out of Australia was I'd been to Bribie Island. And in 2017 and 2018, I had 4 trips overseas. I qualified to go to the Caribbean. I went to Utah. I went to Los Cabos, and I went to Dallas, Texas. And this year, my wife had never been out of Australia either. And this year, we've just got back from, about 2 months ago, we got back from 12 days in New Zealand. And she and I will have another 3 trips out of Australia together. So she will have 4, never been out of Australia before, and she'll have 4 trips out of Australia. And also, when we got married, I told her that she should never have to work because my mother never worked. Obviously, she worked around the house, but she never worked off the property. And I told her, and she should never have to do that. I should be able to earn enough money to support us. Now, I've always worked, but I've never been able to earn enough money to support my wife and family. So she's a school teacher, and she will be retiring this year and never have to work again. So for us, this is not only changed our health, but also our financial situation. Okay. Now, before we finish, if anyone would like to put anything in the chat box, just you're welcome to share some questions there, and we'll endeavour to answer them for you. Oh, cool. Okay, well, I'll stop sharing. Okay. Okay, Dave. Okay, is there anyone else would like to, as I see a couple of comments in here? Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. You want to stop recording it?